Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I am late. It's 10:01. I had to get stuff. I figured I'm going to do something a little bit different. Hello to Cindy. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? And Joey's on here too. Josephine C. She said, howdy. Had to say the cloud on the right looks like a seahorse. Okay, I did. I don't have that in front of me. Hang on 1 second, because I put the thumbnails up of all those clouds. That I'm going to talk about on Friday. That was taken. Those clouds. That was taken when I lost my first 100. Well, my first after keto carnivore proper human diet, right way to eat. 163 pounds when we were down in Florida. So back to the agenda. Acetone fingernail polish remover. I figured I'm going to get this done. I'm not going to put nail polish per se on. This is just a strengthener. I really don't need a strengthener. It's just a nude, neutral color. I mean, it's nude. It's neutral. There's really no color per se there. It just protects my nails because at work I'm constantly working with O-rings and metal, and as you can see, my the thumbs get a little dented. Ooh, I got a lot to say. Let's start with the mail first. Let's see what we have for mail. My usual mail. Capital One bill, credit card. We won't open that up, but buy one, get one free. Paint. Yeah. Our house needs paint. The inside. The outside needs a good staining. We haven't painted the inside since we've been here. 17 years. Enough said. Just facts. I just repeat the facts. Here's my Herman Fleet credit card. My bank from Milwaukee wants to give me a no interest for 21 billing cycles. And zero interest APR on purchases until June 2027. Nah, that up. The whole purpose of the credit cards is to pay them off so that I can get the whole pizza. First, I got to take care of the car stuff. According to the dealer, the car tires are still looking good. It's probably maybe tires next year, but not now. Oh, this is interesting. This is my guide to health blueprint for success and wellness from the blood tests. And the blood tests, they measured my A1C, measured me tall, measured my width, got on the scale, etc., etc. I'm getting back down from the inflammation from the cheese and all the dairy products. My cholesterol, yeah. So these are just the reports. That's proper book, proper typewritten book. So that's in the mail. So that's it for us today. I do have an agenda today to talk about stuff. I had to giggle. I'm going to talk about Hollywood first because back in the day, I used to like watching this program. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, TMZ. I think it stands for 20 Miles On, and it's Harvey and Charles, his sidekick, and the rest of the Hollywood reporters, shall we say. They had a little snippet on their website that I watched because I'm doing these lives. I'm not watching TV. So I was the Jimmy Kimmel crying. Total Hollywood. Total Hollywood. Now I know he got something to the effect of 6 billion 6 million views. Big whoop. I'll give you my opinion in a second. Let's see. I'm going to put down. Jem asked me. She said she couldn't see the comments. So now I'm going to be putting them on as we go along. So bear with me. There's Cindy's comments. Here's Josie's comments. And Josie was talking about my thumbnail. And there's, oh, she's being insistent. Cindy says, hello, Josephine C. I love how cloud formations are so amazing. Me too. Yeah, just nature is just beautiful. Blue skies are beautiful. Oh, ladybug. Let's see. Come on, ladybug. See, there's my ladybug. See her? You see yourself? You see yourself on camera? What do you see? Yeah, that's you. That's ladybug. You're just okay. I love you. Bye. Bye. See you later. There you go. There's your daily shot of ladybug. I don't like the glare. I have to get a better place to do these lives. It's just so convenient to do them in the kitchen because of the counter, and if I have to take a potty, it's right there, lickety splickety. So cloud formations, absolutely. Jerry, did you read your texts? No, I didn't read my text. Ay. Today was the last day of what I thought was the last day of the kilts class. And Dr. Nelson said, hey, we're going to give you a bonus class next week. I'm like, oh my God, my brain. I don't remember. Well, I don't know. Now I'm old. And the classes we used to do at Marquette and MATC in Milwaukee Area Technical College was way different than the internet. And Cindy, you know, me and the internet, not friends. Editing, no, stop, no. So I did not read my text. I apologize. I also apologize because this is another thing I'm going to talk about at lunch. I got into a polite discussion with people that were eating their lunch around my schedule because they just want to socialize. Technically, we're there to work, okay? We show up, we punch in, we do our work. We're supposed to do our work. But sometimes I have to remind people I am there to work. And at lunch, I was there to watch your videos like I normally do and eat my lunch. I had leftover brats from Quick Trip and some hard-boiled eggs. But a discussion ensued, and it was about healthful eating. And they had snacks out, these little bars. I don't even know what they were, but they weren't anything that I eat because they were processed. They weren't like the keto bars or perfect keto bars. On the contrary, granola bars, something with a laundry list of ingredients. So come on, Jerry, this is healthy. This is good. It's got vitamins. Look on the box, Jerry. Look at the ingredients. You only have 20 minutes to eat. And I'm not going to go through an ingredient list. And I'm trying to be polite, but I wanted to. So I explained them very politely. Toxin A plus antidote B still equals death to me. That's my opinion. You eat what you do, you boo, because they're kids. No, they're young. You do you. I offered them some electrolytes because I had some along with me. Would you like some electrolytes? Oh, sure. And they had some. They're like, ew, this is disgusting. That's what I think about those bars. For me, that's disgusting. So I'm sorry that I did not catch yours and Brian's live, Cindy. Oh, I probably have to do that before I go to bed, unless I find out what it is earlier. Josie said, Howdy, beautiful Cindy. Loved the live earlier. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed it, Cindy. So, so sorry. Let's see. Josephine said, again, yes, I can spend a few hours on a nice cloudy day. Isn't that wonderful? When we were kids, we would lay on the grass that didn't have all that garbage sprayed on them. We would mow the lawn with our push mower that rotated, and all the grass clippings went into the little basket. And you threw them in the garbage because back in the day, you could put grass clippings in the garbage, or you'd put them on the street, and the street sweeper in Milwaukee would actually pick up the grass clippings. But that was way back in the day. We got another Cindy here. Thank you, Josephine. I need your address to send you a sticker. There we go. Are you talking to Josephine? I think you're talking to Josephine because I think you have my address. So I think you're talking to Josephine. Now I'm rambling. I have so much to say, you guys. OMG, I would love that. We'll get on top of it. Okay. And looks like we have a new commenter here. Hang on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Text. Let's see. Lucar Joe. Ladybug Live. That's right. That's my German Shepherd. Ladybug Live. She is cute. She's well. Jack took her dog out this morning before he went off to go to the dentist. So put your dog food out. She's waiting for him to wake up, come downstairs, looks at me. I said, you better eat your dog food. Looks at me again. Jack put her little snacks in there. Or if he did put the snacks, these snacks, she heard the dip. So we have to put little baby pieces. There she is. In her half a can of dog food. And when you see this dog, like, with me, she gets a whole can of dog food and a pound of beef every day. And about 2,700 of these snacks every day. So the dog is not starved. High in protein. I don't mind these. No. Let me tell you what the full moon company sent me the last box. They sent this by error. Only fight so many battles. Here we go. Natural organic, meat free, whole grain, all natural. That's right. If you just heard that, she burped. I don't feed my dog grains. I'll give it to her because it's just one day. I'm sure it was an accident, but I'm not going to call them to beef more and complain. I get a lot of rebate money back in the purchases that I buy for her snacks. Seriously, I spend after rebates and all that stuff probably 200, 225 every month for dog snacks. So I'm sure it was a mistake. Oh, sorry. Here's they say it's human grade, and I'm not going to try it, and I'm not going to tell you if it tastes good or not. We'll just leave it up to the package. Organic chicken, human grade, organic grains made with organic brown rice. Look at the face. Made with love in the USA. Now, according to these directions, 50 to 75-pound animal should get. I hope you're listening, lady. 3 to 5 pieces a day. She gets better than 20. I'm not joking. Here again, bacon. You have to go to sleep now. You got to go to sleep. It's time to go to bed. No more food. Go lay down. I'm supposed to be doing my nail polish, you guys. Okay, yes, Cindy, so she's a cutie patootie. Josephine says, "Howdy, Jerry. I got to remember to refresh as when I'm here before it starts. I missed the beginning. LOL. That's okay. I was late today for the beginning. Okay, ooh, Cindy, here's Cindy's comment. Cindy's very important comment says, da, 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 Jerry, the reason I asked you one giveaway on my live, one of the egg spoon recipes. Yay! Yay! I love it. I love it. That looked the egg spoon rest kind of looked like the eggs that I made today. I wanted to get them over medium, so I kind of flipped it and I looked at it like that looks like Cindy's rest. Egg rest. So yay, thank you. Woo, 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 woo. How exciting. I love prizes. I love stuff. And I know you have my address. Okay, now we're back to Joe again. Okay, pronunciation, Lucari Joe. Okay, Lucari Joe wrote, granola can still be pretty healthy. Just gotta know where to get the unprocessed stuff. Yeah, I do the carnivore and keto diet, so I limit the amount of carbohydrates that goes into my body. Carnivore, generally speaking, has zero carbs, unless you're like me, you eat all the cheese and cream in in 2 weeks and gain all that information. But I digress again. I don't. I used to eat granola, Lucari Joe, back in the day. All the things non-GMO, similar to this dog snack, but this is rice. So Ladybug will eat it. She might balk, but she'll ingest it. Okay. And then Lucari Joe wrote, I've made some homemade granola myself. It was pretty good. I used to do that too. The uh, um, Quaker Oats, the Quaker one, I used to make that way back in the day. Protein balls with the peanut butter and chocolate chips and all that stuff with a lot of sugar. Back in the day. Josephine says, sounds yummo, Lucari Joe. Yes, it does. And it was called protein balls. I remember the recipe was. And I put them in the freezer because if I make them in the summertime, I just pop a couple in my mouth, similar to what I do right now with butter balls. I've had leg cramps last night, big time. Last night I got 4 hours and 23 minutes of sleep because I woke up with leg cramps again. Not tonight. I'm taking 2 of these puppies, and if I have to, like I did last night, I will take extra uh, electrolyte drink, and as opposed to putting it into 10 ounces of water, I'm going to put it in 4 and just slam it, or pickle juice. I've done both. It has nothing to do with my decaf coffee. That's why I'm drinking decaf coffee. I like the taste of it. I won't be able to sleep tonight. So today at work, we were talking about food, a little bit about the diet. We had something called what do you call it? Ethics Code of Conduct class. Basically, I'm going to cut to the chase. It was our useless nonsense. It's things that you know our grandmas all taught us in our do unto others. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything nice. Don't prejudice people for what they look like, what they believe in, what they eat. It was ridiculous stories about like a role playing kind of a story where Bill would say, "Oh, I really like this potluck that you decided to have." It's like this is role playing and scripts, but well, I'm not sure about this dish that you made. It smells very spicy. And it was was just not. I kind of made an audible gasp and a laugh because I know where they were going, but more along the lines of this is stupid people. And being a former realtor, everybody I look at, I can work with you, I can meet you on the internet. I don't care what you look like, what you believe in. You treat me good, you respect my chats. If you feel like saying the big F word, I gotta say goodbye because I don't believe in the big F word. But I might say SHIT maybe once or twice if feeling happens. Yeah. What was I talking about? Jimmy Kimmel. Start out with Jimmy Kimmel and his exaggerated, very disingenuous apology trying to turn on the water faucet. I know he's cried before on his show because on some of the podcasts he showed little snippets of him. So I know he's turned on the water fountains before, but this just seemed too Hollywoody. Like it was very, very scripted. And I thought, getting 6 million views right now because everybody's looking at you. They want to see your reaction. So I'm thinking, why don't you just get Erica Kirk on your show? You want big time people to watch your show. 6,000, 10,000. Get Erica Kirk, get Billy Johnson, get PBD, get a lot of those people there as opposed to Hollywood people talking about nonsense and bad mouthing people similar to the ethics class we had today. Don't bad mouth people. Just be civil. Let's have a discussion. What does that sound like? Let's just have a discussion. Tell me about the recipes you cook. I'll tell you about the recipes I cook. And we'll eat. We'll have a civil discussion. But I'm not going to quit on my channel until he starts dropping the big F word and then to So if Jimmy wants better ratings, like I think Disney's trying to get rid of they're going get a better guest list there. I know Jay Leno never prejudiced. He made fun of everybody. So you got her Letterman. He made fun of everybody. But this political meanness is just, I don't care what side of the aisle. Stop it. I'm just a lowly YouTuber, 1,500 people on my channel. So I'm not big at all by any stretch of the imagination. So, AMT class that I thought was the last one, Dr. Nelson dropped them, and he said, one more class next week, which is fine. I'm 2 more lessons that I still have to do it, tweak a little bit, basic essays. Dr. Kiltz and Aaliyah and Dr. Nelson, they don't want us to write a book when we have to do the essays. Be short, be concise. That's our bedroom right there. It's not poltergeist. That's the TV in the background. Jack turned it all on. So what you see is the TV. And I hear noise on the I have to keep up that noise. And I don't want to lose you guys. Can you hear the noise on your end? I'm just hearing it at my end. Oh, general here. Let me get back here again. Is here. So much. Chat. Naughty, naughty Jerry. Also, I killed the bird today. Okay, Josephine, what are your thoughts on nuts? I got a small bag of cashews and macadamias, my favorite back in the day. I, I I don't have a problem with them. I mean, if I had to, I'd probably have one or two. If I was at a Christmas party and they have high fat and the macadamia nuts, cashews. My dad used to like them, but cashews I think is considered a fruit. I don't believe it's considered a nut. So I like the taste of them. I think what's difficult for many people is they think more along the lines of the calories when it comes to, or even mixed nuts. I had a handful of mixed nuts, but I log things, or I like to log things. So if I have a macadamia, I know about how much of it is macadamia because it's in the small palm of so for all macadamias, put it along as 1 ounce of macadamia nuts, and then it comes up with the macros there. So that's what you can have in your diet. I say go for it. And if that's all they have on a buffet on Christmas, I might have a nut or two. Another comment here from Josephine. I wanted something that does not need a fridge or a freezer. Yep, and nuts still, unless, and I'm thinking Cindy would probably agree with me. I think Tanya would too. For back in the day when I used to use almond flour, I keep that in the refrigerator or the freezer because it lasted longer. I never kept that on the shelf because, well, the oils that to go with the nuts, nut flours and things. There's Jim. Good evening, sweetie. Good evening to you. Everybody's saying good evening. Saying hello. Okay, Jim. Is your real name Julie? I've yet to come up with the list. I know Cindy has her little list of things. So, like kitchen with Tanya, spelled like Tanya Tucker. But Jim, is your real name Julie? I think. I'm hoping I get that correct. And there's my girl Tanya. She says, I wish someone would bring me a coffee right now. There you go. So, decaf. Soon to be cold decaf coffee again because I'm walking so much. Oh, then we were talking about those breakfast bars, and then they said this one lady said, "Well, I buy my kid Cheerios. I guess Cheerios makes a breakfast bar. I don't know. Kind of middle of our, but they send their kid out to the bus. She said it's a Cheerio bar. I don't know. And she said, and then I eat healthy too. I eat a bowl of Raisin Bran because again, they eat healthy with the bran and the fiber and you got the poop and raisins of the fruits. And then I was polite. You guys would have been proud of me. I didn't snip at them. I said, and what color were the raisins? Nobody ever asked me that question before. What color were the raisins? She said, they're all brown. I said, are you sure? Wow. I got a fly in the house. Down gone. I said, hey, let me, and I pulled it up on my little phone. I said, look at this. The raisins are white. White? Yep, that's when you go home. Check them out. That's the sugar that's on there. And read the nutritional labeling, but there's no added sugar. Well, that's what they soak the raisins in sugar. That's why they're white. It's been a long time since I had a raisin bread. That was one of my favorite. But I don't want to spend all day in the bathroom if you know what I mean. Me, I like to eat is keeping my body used to eating smaller amounts of whole foods that don't have PCs. i.e., a burger, a steak, egg. Talk about cheese. I know that comes from my mouth. You won't go there because it's not good for me the last couple weeks. Okay, we got Gemma again with a comment. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Tanya. Got her again. Gemma said, "Hey, sweetie." And Jem says, Tanya, hi, here you go. Look at that. All the coffee. All the coffee is Josephine. Howdy, Tanya. Oh, did I spell your name right? Yes, yes. Yes, indeed. And time can help me out. She goes, thanks, Julie. Yes, Julie. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thought it was Julie, but I have to do the city trick and start writing this down. I'm really okay. Julie said you were waking up. Not sure if it's myself or and she is a little well, that's what she looks like. I would say I would say she's probably 95 pounds, which is okay. She's not as obese as some of the other German shepherds that we have, but now she's walking down. She's not looking like snakes. Cindy said, "Hey Tanya, how are you?" I like this one. On these live feeds. Why is driving me crazy? I'm sure Jack had the door open and let the breeze in because it was nice outside today, probably in the 70s while I was working. Tanya says, Cindy, I kept watching and waiting for the video thumbnail to come out for the giveaway. Actually, Cindy, thank you very much for reminding me about the giveaway for me to enter. I really thought, I don't know why I thought this. I actually thought the giveaway was just for your channel members. So I have yet to become a channel member. You know, I'm just shuffling cards and dealing with stuff right now. So it's coming, Cindy. Loyal to you. You're one of my besties, girly, for sure. Okay, we got Julie here. I can't understand breaking up. I know about Kimball. Do I sound bad? It's still bad. Is it Julie's phone? Let's see what Curry Joe said here. Used to be described as quiet by a lot of coworkers. I just never had anything nice to say about them. But at my job, for example, we all work in our individual areas and we get paid very handsomely to do light assembly. So I respect my employer by not talking on the call. I have my employer paying me just to talk. It's sometimes hard for me because I understand people want to talk and they want to fraternize. I get that part, but sometimes I'm so engrossed in my work that I'm trying to be polite. I say, no, listen to let's talk at lunch or your break because I'm really struggling right now with this part. So generally speaking, they understand. So put it into perspective that way, I think they understand because we all struggled in our jobs before. Oh boy, breaking bad. Oh no, I don't know why it's that way, you guys. I'm gonna minimize. I hope I don't lose you. Here goes. Uh, I'm gonna see what kind of shenanigans is back there and get rid of it. I hope this works. I hope it does. Uh, and I hope I don't lose you guys. Okay. Is that better? I don't hear anything though. And I know there's a 10-second delay on the StreamYard. Okay, let's read some more comments in the meantime till I get down to where people are saying if there's feedback or not. Julie says, Lakari, LOL. And Joey says, it gets worse. Is there a storm over there? No storm whatsoever. Nothing. As a matter of fact, forecasted there was 4% chance of rain. I asked the Google machine and Alexa what the weather was going to be like, and they just said 4%. So no storms right now. Cindy said, I don't want to put the giveaway in the titles due to all the scammers out there. Yeah, I hear you, and I totally understand. Totally. And I think, where did I see that? I maybe it was Dustin's podcast, Dustin's Live, where he was saying he wants people to be subscribers for at least 5 minutes before they can comment. So the first time I did my first live, yeah, I had a lot of shenanigans happening in the comments and just rude people, should we say. Yeah. Okay. Can't understand, Julie says. Breaking up, Geri. Yikes. Is it getting better? Let's try to read faster. Read faster, Geri. Been helping my mom move to a beautiful, peaceful cottage for a month now. So tired, but getting things done. Ooh, cottage. Cottage as in on your properties, a little small, that you're close to her, or a separate location. Because I love I want a little house. This 3,000 square foot is way too big for just the two of us and a German Shepherd. Trust me, too much. I get it, Cindy wrote. Tanya, no doubt you are tired of moving. I hate personally moving myself, so my profession for 24 years was a realtor. I was helping people move, and I never liked to do it myself. I can count on one hand maybe the times that I moved because I don't like it. Don't like to do it. Period. Okay. Josephine said it's 400G, will last forever, maybe 2 to 3 months. 400G. I don't know what that is, Josie. 400 grams? I think the nuts, I'm guessing 400 grams is in weight of nuts. So yeah, I guess you were at last 2 to 3 months, but maybe I just suggest you put it in a sealed, like Tupperware container, sealed. I would put it in the refrigerator or the freezer, but that's me, and I know that you don't want to do that. So try to minimize the amount of exposure that you have. Oh, hang on a second. I got something in here. I put this kind of stuff in my salt or my spices. And they're silica packets. I know Cindy knows what these are. I sent a couple of these to Harry and Wendy. Yes, the silica gel desiccant packets. I'll put it close-ish. There we go. And what I do is I put them right in my salt container, and it makes the salt just easy to pour. I don't want to have my holes in there, but it keeps it from clumping and keeps it nice and dry and easy to pour. So maybe I would suggest getting some of those desiccant packets. I got those on Amazon. Okay, reading some more. Tanya wrote here, so glad you are all here. Yes, we are glad that you're here too. I love my gals, my group. We had Kurt for a while, but Kurt said a naughty word, so I had to ban him. But I don't know how to unban people. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm all Mitchy on people. Mitchy, Mitchy, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes Mitch will say, for example, he doesn't want people to talk about God or Christianity on his page. Not that we're trying to turn or burn, go right or be left, because Mitch is Jewish. That's his family's religion. And I used to be Catholic. I'm a Christian now. But I really like listening to him. I'll try to socialize with people a little bit, but I like keeping up with his story. And if it's something that's good, I'll make a comment. It's like, right on, Mitch, preach it, buddy, or whatever. Put my 2 cents in about commenting what he has to say. So we are all glad to be here, everybody. Thank you so much for being on. Tanya sounds awesome, Julie says. For your mom, cottage. I would love a cottage with a stream. Oh, I just got a beautiful vision. Cottage and a stream with the water flowing over the rocks and the eagles flying in the puffy clouds above. Okay, I got to tell you about, break away from the chat for a second. Going to work today after physical therapy, jumping on the freeway. Now, what have I killed so far? Cindy knows I've killed 2 squirrels. Last week or the week before, actually, I accidentally killed a mouse. The mouse was running across the road. Field mice. It's getting cold. Makes sense. Bird comes. Small bird. Don't know what kind of bird, but it was flying and got my right passenger, the front of the car. Didn't do any damage, but I heard thud. I watched out of my back rear window, and the bird went flying dead on the side of the road. Or as Jack says, the bird is sleeping on the freeway. I didn't mean it. Lord knows I didn't mean it. But the scariest thing happened to me today, coming home, minding my P's and Q's. I'm not talking on the phone. I'm not texting. I don't do any of that stuff. Not talking to my sister like I used to do. Driving home, and all of a sudden, I see this humongous, I don't know, bird. I thought it was an eagle. Turns out it was an owl. And I don't know if they're called barn owls, horned barn owls. I don't know. They're up here a lot. And because we live in the middle of the forest, the bunnies like to stay in the brush, or chipmunks are the little woodland creatures. And the owls, when I come home, they get mad as mad can be. They start hooping and hollering at me. But that's not what happened on SS coming home. This humongous barn owl, their wingspan had to have been 4 or 5 feet. It was huge. I watched ahead of me. A mouse or something ran across the road, and this owl swooped in. I literally had, nobody's behind me. I'm not going to cause an accident. There weren't any deers. I had to get off of the gas pedal, gingerly apply my brakes. But that owl scared the living daylights out of me. It was going for the food in the road. And the food in the road, the mouse or the critter or chipmunk or whatever it was, my lights were fixed on it. So that owl came swooping right at my vehicle to get the food, picked up the food, and up and out of there. I didn't hit it or anything, but it startled me. The older I get, the more startled I become. People at work will come behind me, and we have the earplugs in. I may or may not be listening to Cindy's podcast or my Kilt's Mighty Network group or whatever, but they'll come behind me and they say, Geri, ah! I startle easily. Oh, yeah. Let's get back to the texting now, or the little chatting. Notice I have not even done my nails. Let's see. Julie said, Tanya, yes, but I may miss Mitch in the AM as it will be 4 a.m. Yeah, you're California or Nevada? West? Yeah, that's pretty early, Julie. And we have here, she wrote, my name is Julie, Juli. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Julie. I miss Mitch too. Sometimes catch the end now at 8 a.m. my time. I listened to him going to Mayo early on Monday when I was going for that little bit bone scan thing. And just listening to him, I actually enjoyed it. I can't read the text because I'm driving and there was construction. Julie says, Tanya, yes, watch the replay. Today he seemed down, but then he got coffees. Right. And someone had mentioned to always pin it on there, but Mitch didn't want it to appear like he's asking for a handout constantly. And I think I made the comment there. And when I listened to Mitch's rebroadcasts, I don't know how to read the chat. I don't know how to bring it up, but I'll usually listen to it as I'm getting ready for work or whatever, or on my way, or even at work. And he gets upset if you talk about religion, but he talks about God, the concept of, as he wrote today. And then I commented when he wrote about he doesn't get too upset about the concept of God, but he lets the GD word fly. A lot of people do that age bracket. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. That's just Mitch. But as long as people don't do it, type it down below, I'm okay. Okay, here we go. When's the Dahmer story? It will be interesting. It's the cliffhanger, isn't it? By the end of this month, it's coming. Next week, I'm gonna do it. It's something that obviously it's a once in a lifetime thing, and I will talk about my ex-husband and my business in addition to doing the Jeffrey Dahmer pick up that night when we got the call from the medical examiner. And that's coming. Be patient. I'm kind of afraid to talk about it in a way because it kind of creeps me out now, being the mindset that I have. I don't want to stir up evil and things like that, but it's just unusual because a lot of people don't know of people that have ever met. I didn't meet him. Gone in his creepy little apartment and outdated creepy little apartment and picking up parts as their job. So yeah, the story's interesting. We'll leave it at that for right now. Julie, it's coming. It's a coming. Not your cell, Julie. It's breaking up. Is it still breaking up, you guys? Oh my goodness gracious. Breaking up. Can't understand, but trying. Listening to Geri and watching The Golden Bachelor. He was a football player. Now that I have not watched in many, many, many years. I keep looking at Geri's lips as she talks. LOL. Oh boy. I have my volume up all the way too. I learned that from Cindy. Put the volume up. Cindy said, Tanya, keep your eyes open. Going to do bigger giveaway. One lucky member of my channel. Ooh, members, that's good. I hope I can sign up quick. I hope I can sign up and remember to sign up. All my little life drama that's happening, Cindy. Hey. Okay. Julie said, Josephine, me too. Always, Cindy. Always, always. Geri, better. Maybe it was. Whatever that video was playing in the background. I don't know. It was on a different page. Like all my tabs are open on this page with the StreamYard Studio that I've had. Well, shoot, since Cindy helped me set it up. That's all fine. It was, and maybe Jack was on my computer earlier and had, I don't know. It was a YouTube that was playing in the backdrop. So I'm hoping it's good. Right now it is 10:52, so we got about 8 more minutes to kibitz here. Let me refer to my notes. I wrote a couple little notes today about stuff to talk about. Oh, yeah. You know, when Dr. Barry's doing his class now, and it's a 6-month thing, and ours, of course, with Kilt's Mighty Network, ours was 13 weeks. Next week, it'll be 14. A lot of information, little bit of time, in my opinion, but I had to reacclimate myself to the learning again and studying. It's been years since I went to any schooling. Last schooling I had was continuing education in real estate. You can't count the work schooling because, well, that's nonsense, that work that they have. Oh, there's Michael. And Josephine says, I can't speak. Josephine C says, better, much better. Good. And there's our friend Michael running late. I finally made it. I was late today too, Michael. Cindy, very much better. Okay, so note to self, Geri, always check your windows to make sure nothing is running in the background. Good. Thank you, ladies, for having my back and my ears and your ears on. I always blame storms. We had a storm on Monday when I wasn't on. That was a pretty bad storm. Thunder boomers, as they say out here. Julie, much better, she said. And Cindy saying hello to Michael, Michael's Adventures. And of course, Michael saying hello back to Cindy. And Joey saying, hello, Michael. So is Julie. Hello, Michael. Geri, smart lady. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. Smart and interesting. I don't know. Michael says, at Josephine C. Did not know you can put in fridge or freezer. Yes, you can. Unless they're opened, I still have a can of Virginia peanuts. You know, Jack liked them. That was Jack's mother's name, by the way. We still have a can of the Virginia peanuts unopened, but Jack's been having teeth work done, dental work done, so staying away from the nuts, as a matter of fact. So yeah, definitely put them in the fridge or freezer. Keep them lasting longer. Oops, there we go again. Let me get down to Julie's comment. Oh, thank you very much. All I did, I'll turn around and show you the back of my head, you guys. All I did was put those, I call them telephone cords. They're clear. I threw one up there for therapy. When I got to work, I threw another one here. And then one more underneath it. So it looks fuller. I got a lot of hair. And it's fine. But I'm in shed mode right now. Just like the dog. I've turned into my German Shepherd. She's shedding. I'm shedding. But curly hair, Jack hates curly hair. He wants it to be smooth. But you can't always get what you want, right? Uh-oh, I hope I won't be docked for that. But thank you very much, Julie, for the compliment. I appreciate it. Tanya's saying good night. Tanya's saying good night, Tanya. Good night. Good night. She's leaving. Hubby is home. Well, yeah, you gotta go. I understand. Good night, and thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Geri, you don't have to talk about Dahmer if I make you uncomfortable. I care about you, sweet. Oh, that's fine. I don't want to dwell on it, the evil side of it. Becoming a Christian, when I first became a Christian, I was one of those throw in the Bible like kind of people, Christian, that kind, because I came from the Catholic Church. Well, I reined that in and I controlled myself big time. And I know that I'm saved. I know that I know because I believe Jesus saved me and died on the cross for my sins. So that I know and I believe that. I also believe that there's evil in the world. I think I know that the earth is Satan's playground and everything that's happening right now is of Satan, because I don't believe God would allow it. God is kind and loving. God allows things to happen. He gives us our free will to either accept, choose, this way or that way. I also believe that there's a saying, once saved, always saved. But I think you can fall from grace, because all it takes is a split moment and you can kill somebody. But if you kill somebody and utter the name of Jesus in your last earthly breath and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, I believe he forgives us. I also believe God the Father in heaven will judge us for the things that we've done on the earth. So if you've murdered somebody, I don't know about heaven. You go to heaven. When I was a Catholic, they believed in purgatory. Those of you that are Catholics out there, feel free to chime in. They believed that it was a step. My mother believed this. Because I didn't have my son baby baptized, and she was a Catholic, so she had holy water in the house. So she baby baptized my son, my one and done son, Mark. And she felt like, well, if the baby died, then the baby goes to heaven. But I don't feel that way. I would also like to be baptized. I have a church up here. I told you guys yesterday I'd like to belong to the church. But unless Jack goes with me, I'm just going to continue going to church. I can't make him do anything. Only God can change people. That Erica Kirk's powerful message that she had to men. She spoke about men, how she loved her husband and their marriage and what she believed a husband's role in a marriage is, what she believed a woman's role in a marriage is. And the two, Erica and Charlie, complemented each other. So like I've said, I only wish that my son would be like Charlie Kirk. Not like him, but you know what I mean. Compassion and kindness and all that. And our daughters would be like Erica Kirk. Or you could say, oh, I wish my husband would have the same moral standards and fortitude like Charlie. And I wish my wife would have more compassion. Like I said, it's a good thing I'm not in charge of salvation, because I don't forgive easily. Hurt me once, I hold on to it. And for Erica to get up on national TV and say that she's forgiven the man that took her husband and their children's father away. Man, that's some powerful stuff. I got goosebumps. Let me finish out with some more comments here, everybody. Michael says everything is fine. Show everything is fine. Tanya's spooky season is near. That's true. Halloween. And there's Julie's comment. And Michael has a little picture of a ghost there. Julie commented Halloween. And Tanya, she's already gone. Hubby's home night all, so she had to leave. Boy, this has been fun. This was very, very, very fun. Geri, got to be careful when you live to not have when you go live, not to have other tabs open and playing. Thank you, Cindy. I just learned that the hard way today. It wasn't just these other tabs that are up here that have to do with my schooling, my kilts, but the kilts is the class and they're not talking. Do I have to close those too as well? But the part that was talking was down below. I had to bring that up and got rid of that one. So that was a YouTube channel that was running in the background. Everybody's saying good night to Tanya. Good night, Tanya. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Night, Jules. Tanya's saying good night, Geri, Cindy, and Joey, and all the forest dwellers. I think that'll be our name, or your name, forest dwellers. I love it. I love it too. Great here, Geri. Thanks, Julie. But you might get what you need. That's true. Okay, I have to go. Have an 8 a.m. ultrasound appointment. Cindy's probably gone. Bye, Cindy, if we haven't said goodbye already. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. It's 11:03, and here I am still rambling. So I'm going to just close out the rest of the comments so you all can see it. Enjoy your beautiful day, Cindy, says Julie. And Cindy says, thank you also. Will do. Julie says, good night, Cindy. I hope your ultrasound goes well. Absolutely. We do. And what is that? Michael's Adventures. It looks like a rain cloud. So maybe it's raining by you, Michael. Emily's going to get all wet tonight. Julie said, I accepted God as my Savior. I was baptized at about 14. A lot of the kids at church, not this last church service, the Sunday night service, it was a baptism. A lot of them were the teens, the high school kids. So that always warms my heart. And Michael says, I give plasma again on Friday. That's when I go for my results for my bone scan on Friday too there, kiddo. So we'll be thinking of each other. Geri, yes. Erica, Charlie's wife, so strong and forgiving. Absolutely. God bless those two. You know that he put the two of them together. You just know it. And I guess Charlie knew right away. He knew. He knew that he knew. Like when I met Jack the first time, I knew about it. It wasn't lust, but I had a very comforting feeling about meeting him the first time. I give plasma on Friday. There's Julie again. Another comment. Thank you, sweetie. Good night, says Julie. Well, that's it. I reached the bottom of the chat. Thank you so much. It is 11:05. Thank you, everybody. Didn't get to doing my nails, but it is what it is. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate talking and all my stuff that happened. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And for those of you that are watching on the repeat, and everybody even now, hit me with the thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribe, like, share, do all the YouTubey things. Have a lovely evening. God be with you, and angels on your pillow. See you tomorrow. Toodles. Michael said, see you tomorrow. And so did Joey. Beautiful. Enjoy your beautiful day and night all. And you too. Good night.